Here we go!
You're listening to the video game show on URN.
Hello, and you are listening to The Game Show. That is right, and we are here with our latest episode. And I'm your host today, Henry, and I'm joined in the studio by Jack.
Hello, thank you very much for having me today, Henry.
And we've got a guest on today.
We do indeed.
Woo! Yeah, hi, I'm Zoe.
Zoe's got a lot of chat today. We've got a good schedule coming out. Zoe's E3, so we're going to get into that. And also her brother is...
A YouTuber.
YouTuber, yeah.
Duncankneedeep.
Cool. Yeah. So we're definitely going to get into that. But we have got quite a lot of news coming up, Jack. There's quite a lot of news to get through.
Yeah, there is.
We're going to do the E3, and then we're going to get to our Hall of Game, hopefully. We haven't decided what that's going to be yet.
We haven't decided the category
Not
for
yet.
that, no.
But, news. Okay, so this week there's been quite a lot of news, really. Some massive trailers came out, literally after last week's show. So we've got The Last of Us 2 trailer came out for that. I assume we've all seen it.
I had a thought earlier. I think if this whole Assassin's Creed film thing goes down well, I think Last of Us is going to be the next video game film.
They've already got it in development.
Oh, really? I didn't even realise that. Well,
it's stalled slightly, but it's already happening.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I don't think it's going to be a great film, though.
Which one?
Last of Us.
Well, that is heavy speculation.
Anyway, sorry, back to what you were saying earlier. I just kind of went off point.
The new trailer for Last of Us came out, and essentially it showed an older Ellie, 7 years old even, and Joel's also in the trailer, and these are the two main protagonists of the first one, so people were really pleased to see them back, and I think we've been assured that we're going to be playing as Ellie in the next one.
Yeah, I mean,
Joel.
I think it, well, you know, you look at it and you look at the characters. Ellie's now in prime time as a playable character, 19 years old, she's quite young, and Joel is obviously getting old now. He's taken quite a beating from the first game.
Yeah, quite grisly, I think you can say.
You know, to be, I think that what they need to do with this game is they need to have it. Yes, they maybe need to have some links back to the first one, but if they heavily, use the first one as background for it, I think that it's might not do as well as they want. I want it to be a breath of fresh air. I want it to be all about Ellie and her story, in the trailer.
Well, now they've had, the time period in between. I feel like that's a good precedent to start off this kind of new chapter sort of thing.
In the trailer as well, there was, you saw Ellie sat down playing the guitar, and obviously in the first game, there was that moment when Joel said, one day when we get through this, I'm going to teach you how to play guitar. And then that sort of comes full circle, and then she sat there saying, I don't care. She sat there talking to Joel saying, I'm going to kill every single last one of them, and we're sat thinking, well, who is she talking about?
Exactly.
Yeah.
What's she going on about? So
yeah, for those who don't know, The Last of Us is basically it's kind of a zombie game. Essentially, there's like a big fungal infection in the world, I hasten to add, and there are loads of kind of zombies who have like fungi growing on them, and they basically just kill and eat a lot of people. In the first one, you basically just go around as Joel with this sort of pseudo daughter Ellie who you found, and you basically just get through the game, and the ending, it's pretty emotional.
I got very confused by the ending, I'm not gonna lie.
I think it's
Really?
I don't know why, I just a lot happened, and it's not like I could rewind.
Yeah.
And I kind of stopped paying attention a little bit, and then it was like...
How did you stop paying attention? It's so immersive.
Really
I couldn't not.
low attention
I've
span.
not played it myself because obviously I've got an Xbox and this is a PlayStation exclusive. But I've seen many people play it, and I think it's developed by Naughty Dog, and they've got a reputation now for building such good character profiles and getting the audience engaged with the characters and really feeling emotional towards the characters. They've done that several times with the Uncharted series as well, and they're absolutely blowing everyone out of water with this, and the way that they're getting that emotional feeling across is it's second to none, really.
I mean,
and like I say, Naughty Dog have been known to do that for quite some time now.
The first game was one that was based on, and I quote here, love, and the second one apparently is all about hate. So we're going to get a very angry Ellie.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool, actually. I'm not seeing that. And Ashley Johnson, who plays Ellie, who's also a film star, and Troy Baker, who should be, who plays Joel. Two extremely good voice actors. So I can't wait to see what they do, really. Neil Druckmann's back to direct it, so I'm pretty excited. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
I think the trailer was really good. It built up really well, and the song was great.
Good amount
and
of
it's a
hype,
good theme song as well, so...
Yeah, definitely. Poor Jack. So on this news list, I've got quite a lot of PS4 stuff.
Yeah,
so we will get into the cross-platform in a sec. However, another game was announced, which was the Crash Bandicoot Remaster Trilogy. And that game that game must be 15 years old.
Oh,
Really old.
I love that game.
It's classic.
All three of them, because it's like Warped. Was that the third one? And the second one was like Something's Revenge. It was
Something
like
Yeah.
Cortex's Revenge. I
Cortex's
think it was,
Revenge, yeah.
Because obviously the
They were-
main antagonist is Neo Cortex.
yeah.
Who's his arch nemesis, who's like a nutty professor sort of character, and you've got Crash Bandicoot. And looking at some of the gameplay trailer and looking at the reveal trailer, it definitely looks a lot
The
better.
comparison
Yeah,
trailers,
It looks a lot better.
Looks
I mean,
so much better,
you'd
yeah.
expect that of a game that is 10, 15 years old now,
Yeah.
and it's the way that technology has evolved over that time. You'd expect it to be
looking quite good. And again, I'm just upset that I won't be able to play it because I'm a massive Crash
Sad times.
Bandicoot fan as well. I played
Do
the
you think
games
it will
that
be
came out.
worth it buying a PS4?
See, I mean, I'd buy a PS4 just because of the incredible amount of games
that are coming out next year
Yeah.
on the PS4 as well. We'll mention some of those again later, but
yeah, for that game, again, I was a massive fan of it on the original PlayStation games as well, and on the PlayStation Portable, they released a couple of games for it as well. So I'm a massive fan of Crash Bandicoot, and I'm just I can't really say anything
looks pretty
apart from
cool.
I'm
Yeah.
just a bit jealous.
The graphics are good, looks pretty awesome. I'll definitely pick that up. Another game they announced was Knack 2. Now, this is the follow-up to the PS4 launch title, Knack, which did very middling, I think it's fair to say. And so we'll see how that turns out. But they're definitely going for the kids zone, so we'll see how that.
I mean, I'm not really sure what to make of that game. I hadn't heard about it until earlier.
See, it's made by.
I have never heard of it before. Is it for DS? Or is that
It's
something
made by
else?
SC Japan Studio, isn't it? It's made by a Japanese studio.
It's a Sony primary. It's made by the developer who made it,
And it's
one of the lead architects of PS4. So it's surprising they made
yeah, and I
a
mean,
bad game.
the developing studio that are developing this game are also working on The Last Guardian. So you expect good
Correct.
things from it as well. But again, I'm not really sure what to make of it. It looks sort of Ratchet and Clank, Crash Bandicoot.
They're definitely going for the
style.
mascot theme,
Yeah.
aren't they?
Just like name some of my favourite games right there.
Yeah.
They're definitely
So might
going.
check it out.
They're definitely going for the mascot. So I think we'll see if Knack 2 sticks. I don't know really. Another game they announced was Ni no Kuni 2. Now this is a JRPG. The first one did very well and was a PS3 exclusive and was hugely popular. So I'm sure Ni no Kuni 2 will do very well. Not a game I've played. I probably won't play it, but it does look pretty cool. It's like sort of kind of cutesy JRPG type thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, well, I mean, the CEO, Akihiro Hino, claims that it's one of the biggest games that they've been working on. It's
really?
developed by Level 5 Studios, who've done things such as Yokai Watch and Professor Layton, all revolving around the Nintendo 3DS.
Actually, yeah, the art style is a bit like Professor Layton, actually.
And they say they've got obviously they've got the Ni no Kuni sort of series as well that they were working on, and now this one apparently is meant to be a lot bigger and a lot better than the first sort of series and the first set of games, and it's meant to be a lot more open world and a lot more environmentally friendly in terms of you can go around and explore.
Right, okay.
So it's meant to be.
They're not cutting down cars.
No, not at all.
I was thinking, is it like a big part of it is just doing your recycling?
He cycles
separating
around.
the glass and the plastic.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, that wouldn't be a bad mini game. If it
that
was
would
done
be-
in like the Babon game in like the Mario thing where they have to separate them.
So just
Quite-
like
quite
then they, like,
Nintendo.
explode.
Recycling Simulator 2017
exactly.
coming
So
out
Ni no
next year.
Kuni 2, love your recycling.
It's gonna be the new Farmville.
Not a game that's been announced, game that came out last week was The Last Guardian. Now this is a game that has been in development for 10 years, was on off for a good 5. So it's amazing that it came out at all. This is a Sony Japan game. No, sorry, it's not. It's Team Ico, isn't it?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yes, it is. It's Team Ico who made Shadow of the Colossus and all these kind of super artsy games. And it's about a boy and a big dog bird thingy. And they basically go on an adventure.
I don't think anyone quite understands what it's meant to be. It looks like it's meant to be maybe sort of part griffin
like a
as
cat.
well. Dog,
I genuinely
bird.
I don't know. I
Yeah,
had a look.
it looks
I
weird.
It does look cute.
But it does look cool.
Does look cute.
It does look cool, and what we've seen of the reveal trailers that were being teased for several E3s now, it does look like something.
Oh, it looks like a beautiful game. And the reviews have been good. They said it's emotional and it's kind of the dog thingy is like. They felt a big emotional attachment to it. However, the controls are a bit clunky, the camera's a bit rubbish, but that might be suggestive of a PS3 development lineup. I don't know, but it looks like it's worth checking out. When it comes down to a tenner, I'll probably get it. But some actual cross-platform stuff that's come out is there's been a new Star Wars Battlefront update, and they've basically got a new Rogue One map, and you're basically one of these beach like Beach Warfare, which is like one of the big Rogue One trailer thingies, and that looks pretty cool. I don't know if either of you have played Battlefront.
I have played it. I played it when it first came out. I think I got it last Christmas.
Right.
And you know, for the first month or so, it was something that you know you could sit down and play. But for someone who's you played the Battlefield series.
Yeah.
For someone who's played that series, it feels a lot similar in some aspects. Obviously, it's made by the same developers and whatever.
Sure.
You sort of expect them to use similar engine and a similar sort of gameplay.
Yeah.
You sort of expect them to use a similar engine and not go over the top with it, but. I wanted them to do something special with it. I think a lot of people were disappointed with the fact that it didn't have a single player, the fact that it didn't have Galactic Conquest, which all of the old Battlefronts had.
Right.
And I think, they're taking a step in the right direction with releasing DLC for it. And I know also there's been talks that they're going to release a second one, Battlefront 2, and that one's going to have a single player. So I think they're listening to the audience. And I think that's a good thing from EA and DICE and all the people who are associated with it. So, I mean... I'm probably not going to get this DLC, but I am, like I said, I'm a massive Star Wars fan, and I'll probably get the second one just to see what the single player is like.
Yeah, I never really got into it, but I'm excited to see how it develops in the later games. And like with single player and stuff, I feel like it could definitely be like a much better game. Yeah. Because I feel like I played it at the same time I was like playing Overwatch, and I was trying to decide which one to buy, and just like... Overwatch was more fun. It's you know, if I was just going to have like an online multiplayer game, I'd rather have Overwatch. Yeah.
So that's where I went. We talked about it last week. Overwatch was the game of the year for this year.
Definitely.
So
and unsurprisingly,
you know, it won multiple awards at the VGA. So,
but I think the thing with Battlefront is that I find it quite a superficial game. The actual game is incredibly well designed. Everything, you know, the sound, the aesthetics, it's all lovingly made, and you couldn't want anything more of a Star Wars game. It's just that the modes were really kind of lackluster. There's no single player. Like the whole package just felt a bit. And I played it for a day, the first time I got it, and I was like, "This is amazing." A week later, I was like, bored.
Yeah, well, I mean, I remember playing the beta when they released the beta for it. The late end of 2015 when they were announcing it and whatever, and I remember sitting down and being like, this is a Star Wars game. I've ever since they released Battlefront 2 ages and ages ago on a PS2, you've really wanted something that would push the franchise further. We've obviously had the Jedi games and whatever, and
Lego Star Wars games.
Classic.
Putting you out there,
the
best Star Wars game.
That's probably fair.
I have the new Star Wars movie, which name has come out of my head.
Force Awakens.
Force Awakens Lego game. It is one of the best games I've ever played in my whole life. I have it on my PlayStation, completed it in like 2 days. It was the best.
But I think this
just shout out there.
This is certainly something that they need to be working on, and they need to be listening to the audience and people that play it. And I think the first one was, I wouldn't say a massive letdown, but I think a lot of people were expecting more from it, and I think the second one can only build on it. And if they do include a single player, which is, there's rumours about there being single player in it, if they nail that, then I think it can be a real success.
I think so, I agree. The last piece of news we'll get to before we go to a song is there's a COD update. Jack.
Yeah, we've really rattled through all of these news stories, haven't we? But yeah, there's a new COD update coming out on December 13th, and it's completely free. It's coming out on Modern Warfare Remastered. So it's a Call of Duty 4 remaster version, which you got if you paid a little bit extra to buy Infinite Warfare and get the remastered version. And essentially, when they released the Modern Warfare Remastered, they had multiplayer maps in there, but they didn't have all of the maps that were readily available in the original Call of Duty 4 release. So what they're doing is they're releasing the 6, I like to say new, but not really new, because I think that they maybe perhaps weren't just finished, or they didn't maybe have time to finish them. So they're releasing these 6 maps, which are Block, Countdown, Pipeline, Showdown, Strike, and everybody's favourite Wet Work, which is the map on the boat at the very first mission. So we've got that coming out as well on December 13th, and also what they're releasing this year for it is something that I like to call Winter Crash, which is, what they're doing is they're taking a couple of the maps and they're completely retexturing the maps and covering them in snow, Christmas lights, candy canes, any kind of Christmas decoration, really. And that's they're going to be releasing a playlist for that, for the Christmas Crash maps, on 20th of December. So just in time for Christmas, and you can sit down, play with your mates, play in these really snowy maps, and it looks like something that's going to be cool. And I mean, they're doing a good job with the remaster of it.
I feel like this is definitely what I'm going to be doing on Christmas Day now. I got Ghosts on Christmas Day and my PlayStation on the same day, and it's all I did all day.
That's epic. No, that sounds really cool. But yeah, we have rattled through those news stories, but we have got good things to come in the show.
Yeah, we do indeed.
So yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna go to a song now, and as it is our last show this year.
Oh, it is.
Because obviously we're on a Saturday, and obviously everyone's going home next Saturday. I'm heading off next Saturday, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are heading off Saturday as well. But we've got a couple of sort of ice Christmassy themed songs from video games coming up on the show today. Now, this first one, it comes from the NES Classic Ice Climber game, and this is the title theme music. Yes, that is right. You can win. We're giving away 12 every day for 12 days leading up until the end of the term. We're giving away prizes, and I believe that today's prize, if you go on our Facebook page or our Twitter, you can tweet us with the hashtag 12 days of URN, or you can go on our Facebook page. There's a picture that you need to share and like, and you can post a friend's name, get a tag a friend's name in there for a chance to win. And I think today's prize is it's a round of 4.
It's a fat cat, 4 fat cat meal thingies.
Yep.
The golf tickets, NCT bus pass, and I think maybe a jumper.
Fair enough, today's pretty good. I thought jumpers and NCT bus pass was yesterday.
Check out our Facebook page, give tag your friends in that post, tweet us with the hashtag 12 days URN, and you'll be entered in with a chance of winning some fantastic prizes for the next coming days as well.
Yes, indeed. There has to be some crackers on there, actually. Quite jealous, really.
Has the ski trip already happened?
Yes, it has. Sorry, Zay, you missed it.
I'm already going skiing at Christmas anyway. I think I'll survive.
Lucky you. Anyway, that was the Ice Climbers. We all enjoyed that. That was nice.
Yeah.
It's a very, very uplifting song.
It was lovely.
Ice Climbers is quite possibly one of my favourite pastimes. I remember playing it when I was younger on
the Nintendo Entertainment System, as it is, and I remember playing it because my dad had one of those, and yeah, it's just such a fun game. It's just two dudes climbing up a mountain, and you have to help each other up and not get hit by snow.
You can play as the ice climbers in Super Mario Bros, can't you? Super Smash Bros. Yeah.
They got rid of them for the next one.
But genuinely, this is a recommendation from anyone listening. The best game to just like sit down and mindlessly play is Donkey Kong King of Swing on the Game Boy. Hands down, it's a great game. Have you guys not played it?
No, what is it?
It's like your Donkey Kong, and all you have to do is like there are 2 buttons, and you jump, and your hands move, and you've just got to swing from things. And it's like it's kind of like 2D. It's great.
All right,
it's
check it out. Playing. Right.
Although I feel like most of the Game Boy games are 2D.
Yeah, I think so. That's a game show exclusive. Anywho, that was your time. So now we're going to talk. We got a guest on.
Hi.
She's got some big news. Well, not news, but good things to talk about. So we are going to get into that right now, Zoe.
Oh no, I suddenly feel quite nervous.
So last year, Zoe went to E3. For those
well,
who don't
it wasn't
know,
last year. It was in the summer, which is technically still this year because it's 2016.
Thank you. For those who don't know, E3 is the biggest gaming expo ever, really. Is it San Diego?
California,
every single year.
Actually, it's San Diego. No, it's like near Hollywood.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. San Francisco. No, San Diego. I don't know.
Okay.
Somewhere
somewhere in America.
I'm sorry, I was just messing this up. San Andreas or like.
Basically, it's a massive game expo, and all the big hitters are there. Sony, Xbox. Well, Nintendo make a showing.
No, Nintendo with that.
They don't do any conferences anymore, do they?
What?
They don't do any conferences anymore there.
No, but they had like the Legend of Zelda thing was the biggest thing at E3.
Sure.
It was like the queue was like as bad as the queue for Ocean.
So Zoe, have you got any highlights for us?
Definitely the Legend of Zelda thing. It was amazing. So you went in and they had this little video you watched and all these girls in like sexy little elf outfits, and and then they had like, if you've seen the trailer, you know when the door like raises in like the separate bits.
Yeah.
They had like that, and then you went through and it was like they made the whole world. They had like the bad guys, you know, from the trailer who were like cooking like a ham bone over a fire. Got a picture with it. Like they had a giant statue of Link like shooting an arrow. They had all of the game stations so you could play it. And actually the best part was we got to go into like the little VIP area because my brother's like quite tight with Nintendo now, with being a YouTuber and all. And I stood about like I'm not very good at meters, maybe like 15 meters from Shigeru Miyamoto, and I think it's the happiest I've ever been.
Wow.
My brother was getting really mad at me because I was looking at him being like, Senpai Senpai, notice me. And yeah, no, he didn't notice me, but it is probably the happiest
Well,
I've ever
imagine that he did. So what else do you get? So what was it like? Just tell us, what was it like to go to E3? Like, what's the deal? So what did you do?
It was just like a bit mad. I was in a wheelchair for a little bit of it because I had like an accident, but so I was just being wheeled around. It was really awkward because people kept on standing in groups and talking, and I was just like, they just wheeled me outside the group. But got to meet some really cool people. Like, I didn't talk to him personally, but I was there while my brother was talking to the guy who, like, created Monster Hunter, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was just like they had like a massive Resident Evil horror maze. She didn't get to go into, but I did VR Resident Evil, and I've never been more scared. Slash felt more unwell in my whole life. VR is horrible, but I was literally like sitting there, and then the woman was being like, "Yes, they just walk around," and I was just like, "No, I can't do it. I'm too scared of Resident Evil." You met some really cool people, met loads of YouTubers. I don't really know how to explain it because everyone there is in the business, other than obviously me, because you have to be part of the business to get invited, and then I just kind of was like slyly allowed in. But no, I don't really know how else to describe it. It is probably one of the most amazing things I've ever been to.
So you go and look at loads of gaming booths and you try some games out and stuff?
Yeah, tried some games out.
What did you get hands on with apart from Resident Evil?
Oh man, I literally can't even remember. We did so much stuff. There's a very specific game I'm thinking of, and we got so much swag as well. We got so much really cool free stuff. Yeah. Got like, I can't remember, DX something gave us a hat. Anyway, and we got loads of stuff in the Zelda booth. I can't actually really remember what I played, but it was great. It's all I can say. It was really, really great. I played some really bad games as well. Like, I remember playing someone just being like, how is this even here?
The
like,
developer's like, do you like it?
I was like, yeah, sure. They're like walking around next to you, and you only have like a set amount of time you're allowed to play for. So with the Zelda ones, I think it was like, you did like a practice bit and then you did like the proper bit.
Right.
And I think it was probably all in all like 10 minutes.
Oh, really? Not long at all?
But I got to play it like 5 times. So
that is cool, actually.
It was amazing. And it was just like the whole thing. E3 is just, it was so intense. Like, because there's barely any walking room. There are so many booths everywhere. Right. And it's like, I think there are like 3 rooms. It's in this massive hall in California. And it was just...
very cool. Very,
something
very
else.
jealous.
Yeah, I could literally ramble about it for ages if I could remember any of the games I played except for Legend of Zelda.
So would that be your game, V3?
Yes. It'd be the game of my life.
Fair
just
enough.
like,
well, let's hope it's good then.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild was just amazing.
Yeah, it does look
it's
pretty
amazing
cool.
to play, and it's like open world, like fully.
In fact, actually, we must talk. It's not a game we've got into before actually on the show, which is slightly my fault because last week we were talking about most hyped category, and I completely forgot to include. Even despite the fact it was nominated for an award.
And it won as well.
It did win.
Which award?
It won the most anticipated game of next year.
Yeah, no, definitely
game of
is.
2017.
So actually, we might as well get into it.
But it's because it was delayed a lot.
Yeah.
Like, it was meant to come out this year.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, Skyward Sword was such a sick game, but I feel like it didn't really get that much hype when it was coming out. Because people weren't really into the Wii U.
Sure.
Like, it didn't take off properly. But I think the Nintendo Switch and Breath of the Wild are both going to be huge successes.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be like Ocarina of Time.
I really hope they launch it. They have Breath of the Wild on launch day.
Yeah.
That'd be unbelievably
Well, it'd be like
stupid
with the Wii, they had Twilight Princess. You could order them together, and they came on the launch day. Yeah, because that's what we did when we got it. So.
Sure. I mean, like because obviously
it's got to be a release title for the Nintendo Switch.
It's going to be their biggest title for a while.
Wii U didn't have a hit because it had Nintendo Sports Land or whatever, which was basically Wii U Sports, Wii Sports a bit like a bit bigger. Really. So I think it'd be mad not to launch it with it. If there's a bundle going Breath of the Wild and Switch on day one,
they will sell like hotcakes.
Yeah,
they're gonna sell out.
Oh yeah, no, I'm pre-ordering. Like, I'm literally dipping out my savings to get this. I do not care.
I think everyone on the video game show, or who have come on the video game show, really wants an Nintendo.
I genuinely like.
Cool. It just looks cool.
When does it come out?
March 2017.
Pretty soon,
I'm not
that
sure.
Is not that far away.
Really
I'm not sure on a
far
confirmed
away.
specific day in March, but I know it's
I'm just
around
thinking
that
about how I'm
time.
going to fail my summer exams now.
Yeah.
Because it'll come out and I'll just be in my room like, screw theology, I'm just going to...
You can bring it with you to the library.
But to be honest, like, oh my God.
Don't encourage that.
Plug it into my MacBook.
Yeah, exactly. So the Breath of the Wild looks awesome. So basically, the previous Legend of Zelda games have been open world, but to an extent. Not this looks entirely
this is like
open world.
endless world.
Yes.
Well, no, it's not endless, but I mean, it's huge.
They've said that apparently you could technically walk to the end of the game at the beginning if you wanted to.
I think it's something like the Forest Temple is the same size as the entirety of Majora's Mask.
What?
It was something like that.
Really?
I don't remember. Someone was telling me that. That might be completely false, but it is going to be absolutely.
I just want to see
insane.
how the Wii U is going to compute this. You know, it sounds like got a big game, really. How's the Wii U going to handle it?
Is
I'm
it
not
coming
sure.
out on the Wii U as well? It's not just the Switch.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm hoping to pick it up.
I'm not sure. It is a massive question because arguably Nintendo have always been one step behind the likes of Microsoft and PlayStation. So
then, in that sense, they're never trying to be on the same step,
not at all.
They gave
Not at all.
thing, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's interesting. People saying, I think it was a Polygon article, and it was like PS4, Xbox One, Wii, Switch, and I was like, no, not at all. That's not what they're going for. They're going for a different. That's why they have these novelty things. They're not going for these AAA. They're going for like a different way to play, which is quite admirable, actually.
I'm quite looking forward to it because I'm not a big fan of the gamepad, but like sometimes it is useful. So I like the idea that you can kind of interchange. I think that's really clever.
Yeah.
Because I have very, very small hands. So playing with the game, they're really like I'm really tall and it makes no sense. I just have really small hands. I'm really thin ankles.
Donald Trump-esque.
But it just makes it like difficult to like hold the whole thing. And as some people may have learned yesterday, I'm not very good at holding on to things, i.e. me breaking 3 glasses at the media ball.
True.
So, yeah, but I'm excited for this. I think it's going to be great. I'm not a big fan of the gamepad in general. I like to have, like, a controller.
Right.
But I think the whole thing is just going to be immense.
But to be fair, you don't need to use you can have, like,
exactly. That's what I meant. I'm excited about it because you don't have to use the gamepad. The gamepad's always good if someone else wants to watch telly and you want to, like, play away on the game. It's just a giant DS, to be honest.
It looks pretty cool, and the graphics are insane. The only thing I will say is when they showed the Switch reveal trailer, they showed Breath of the Wild on TV. Looked pretty cool. Then they took the gamepad off the dock, and the frame rate noticeably dropped.
Yeah. I think that's maybe one of the issues
that in the trailer shows that must be the case because they would sort of fudge that if it was going to be a big PR thing, but they didn't. So I'm worried that it's going to be a bit.
I imagine that.
But to be honest, like since seeing that, they've probably noticed and they're probably working on it. Like,
I imagine that will be something inherent of just the console itself, because I imagine that they have. Yes, they've got the docking station and they have the gamepad that you can dock it into. But I think that in that docking station they might have a boosted GPU processor or something, or is it just?
I think it's literally just a dock.
Is it just literally a dock?
If anything, it doesn't make any sense because surely putting it on the big screen would make the frame rate drop, not the small screen. But who knows? Maybe.
See, I assume that they maybe had a bit more processing power in the dock.
Apparently, that's not the case. I'm not sure because there aren't any specifications, but I think that's the case. So we'll see. But Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild looks absolutely incredible.
It was incredible. I actually might have a chance to play on the Nintendo Switch early, but it's still in deliberation, so I'm not getting too excited about it because my brother's been invited to play it early. So he's like trying to get a +1. I don't think it's going to work. I don't think it's going to work, but if it does,
get +6 for the game.
Just bring the whole of the gaming show. Like, hi, only joined today, but just bringing everyone with me.
That'd be awesome. No, you should definitely come back on the show when you've done that. We want to hear how that goes because that sounds awesome.
I don't know if it will actually happen. I'm dreaming.
If it happens.
So the video game show, going to go and try out the Switch. No, that sounds really cool.
Just kill my brother. Dress up as him. I don't really know.
I back one of us to do that.
I think there's a lot of video evidence as to how he looks online though, so we might just struggle getting away with that one.
But just to say, those who are listening, you can send us free web text at URN1350.net, or you can send us a text on a real phone 07903 545 252, or you can tweet us at URN1350. So send us a text and say hello, and we'll say hello.
Yeah, we will indeed. We are going to go to another song now. Now, this one is from a Sonic game, and it's the Ice Cap Zone Act 1 soundtrack. So this is a bit of a throwback. It's from Sonic 2003. But yeah, without further ado, here is the Ice Cap Zone music.
Hey everybody, it's Mark here. We had some technical difficulties while recording the show, and we lost the first 30 seconds or so where Zoe introduced who her brother was and what he did. He's a YouTuber. His name is
duncankneedeep.
And you should go to his channel and check him out. He does good stuff. Peace out, folks.
I mean, he has 69,710 subscribers. And I remember him coming into my room and being like, Zoe, I've got 50 subscribers.
Oh my god, 60,000.
I know.
How long have you been doing it for?
Probably like a couple years now. It was, I think, back when I was in 6th form, maybe. So like
crazy
3 or 4 years. But yeah, no, he's doing incredibly well. His success is mainly due to the fact that he kind of invented this gameplay mode, which became really big on the internet, called like free-for-alls for Pokemon. And now they're actually doing this in the new game in like the form of Battle Royale.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's just kind of where it came from. So I feel like if you're a YouTuber and you have like, because gaming YouTubers, so much of it's just the same. But I think if you're really, really funny, or you come up with a really good idea, then
you can distinguish yourself.
You need to like have an edge, I think, if you want to like be big in the video game community.
I think as well, one of the key things is you've just got to keep at it. You know, if you post your first video and it gets, I don't know, 100 dislikes, and you know people are really ripping into you about how bad it is and whatever, if you just stop there and then you're not going to get anywhere.
Exactly.
I think that's one of the key things. You see a lot of, you know, you take for example KSI, when he first started his channel, there was a lot of hate for him. He made some ridiculous videos, and I found them funny, but a lot of people didn't really like him. He kept at it, and now he's at something like 10 million, 11 million subscribers.
Sure.
So, you know, good things can happen.
This is crazy.
I think you've got to put like a lot of effort in. Like my brother, he makes a video a day, and he's always
I'm looking at his list now, and he's every day releases
every day. Yeah, every
so
single
a lot of
day.
Pokemon.
Yeah, it's mainly Pokemon because that's his edge. That's like
that's
the
his
thing that
right.
he did. He also has like walkthroughs for a lot of the Legend of Zelda games, and he does. There's actually a really funny video if you want to watch it of me and him playing COD last Christmas, and it's just me doing so. We're playing zombies on Advanced Warfare, and it's just me doing so much better than him with the whole thing, and him getting really moody about it.
That's really funny. But this is crazy. Like, you know, he's got 69,000 followers.
Yes.
And so, I mean, if you don't mind me asking, does he do this for a living?
Yes.
This is what he does.
This is what he does.
Crazy. That is
he actually did a genetics degree here.
Really?
Yeah.
A Knots?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Has 2 on in genetics.
Nice.
But yeah, this is what he does.
He's now in Pokemon genetics.
But it's also really good to have like a degree, because if you do fail and crash, burn, people get bored of you, then you have something to do with your life. Or if you're like 50, because I feel like you can't be 50 and like
fair.
having your living off. I feel people just wouldn't want to listen to.
Let's see what happens to all these YouTubers, eh?
It's definitely
in his 80s and he's still cracking out, you know, Legend of Zelda 3000 or whatever.
Oh, should we talk about? Oh, did we already talk about it?
No, we haven't.
We haven't talked about it.
So yeah, we
talked about it in the break.
So hopefully we're going to get an interview with your brother at some point.
Yes, no, he is totally up for that. We can ring him on the phone, but not like right now, obviously, because he's probably asleep because he works until because he does this, but does
he just wake up like at 10 o'clock, work through the night, drinking like Monster and just making these videos?
He makes his videos during the day, and then he because of like the time in America, he plays Twitch at night. And I think that's where the majority of his, obviously he streams on Twitch, not he plays Twitch, but he streams on Twitch every night, and I think that's like the majority of revenue, and I think that's something that is important if you're a gamer, because then you get people who watch you on Twitch, and then they go and watch your YouTube videos, and they get really into it, so I don't know, I can't really tell you that much about the mechanisms, I just know him pretty well, so... Yeah,
nice one, he's your brother.
I was going to say, I don't know your brother pretty well.
It'd be kind of sad. He's also my best friend, so that's also really sad.
No, well, this sounds awesome, man. This is really cool. It's good to have like a gaming alumni. But yes, the next thing I'm going to talk about, because this is a piece of news actually, and this is going to launch.
It's not news.
Is it news?
It's not news.
Okay, well, Jack doesn't think it's news.
I think it's
news. So basically, PewDiePie announced a couple of days ago he's raging against YouTube, and he said that if he gets to 50 million followers, and he's not sure, I will actually look at what he's got now. But
he's at 50 million now.
Is he?
Yeah.
Because obviously a lot of people subscribe to him. When
So he said he's going to delete his account. Now, has that happened?
Yeah, yes.
Well, he deleted. So what happened is he made this video saying, "Well, right, I'm gonna if I get to 50 million subscribers, a feat that no one's ever done before. It's going to be the first time that anyone's ever got to 50 million. Then I'll delete my account." And then it got to 50 million. He gathered, I don't know, I think it was about 6-7 million subs in a couple of days. Because obviously everyone was like, "Right, let's get this guy off the internet." And then he made a video 2 days ago, I think it was, announcing that he was deleting his channel.
Was it yesterday?
Was it yesterday?
It was yesterday,
22 hours ago, yep.
So he announced it, he posted that video, and what it was an announcement saying that...
Oh, spoilers, by the way, guys.
Yes, but if you're a massive fan of PewDiePie...
Go and watch it. We're very divided on this. This is one of the funniest videos I've ever watched in my whole entire life.
Well, I've not actually watched it.
What he did is he deleted his second channel. So he got 50 million subscribers he got more people to subscribe to his main channel, and he deleted his second channel.
Yeah, but it's not like he did it in like a cheeky way or anything like that. Like at the end of his video in which he does it, there's like a montage, and it's obvious he's just like trolling people. I have a soft spot in my heart for trolls.
Don't get me wrong, he was trolling people, but he's a massive attention seeker.
So what account? What
but you're allowed to be. You have 50 million subscribers. You can do whatever on earth you want to do.
I think there's another famous YouTuber called Jacksepticeye, who's an Irish YouTuber. He's got about 11-12 million subscribers, and PewDiePie's second account was Jacksepticeye 2. And I don't know how many subscribers Zach had on that account, but he deleted that account, and now he's got 50 million subscribers on his new account.
Cheeky.
And a lot of people subscribe to him just to try and get him to delete his account. And I mean, you look at his
But
videos.
they'll just unsubscribe.
Okay, so he's got 50 million subscribers, which is brilliant. It's to have that much of a viewer base is amazing. But when you look at his views on his recent videos and stuff, he's only got a couple of million views on each video. And I'm not saying that 50 million people are going to sit down and watch his videos, but over 40 million of those subscribers are people who used to sit down and watch his YouTube videos and don't do it anymore. So it's just he's got a bunch
I used
of dead
to watch him a lot, but
very
I don't
clever,
really anymore. But I think it's one of those things that happen. Like,
Yeah.
there are a lot of channels that I used to watch all the time, and then you just kind of, get bored because it's more of the same.
Yeah. I mean, as a complete bystander, because I really don't know much about PewDiePie at all. I don't really
I think he's from Sweden, is he? I think he's a Swedish YouTuber, but now he's living in America.
He lived in Brighton. I think he still lives in the UK. He lives in Brighton. He has a condo in California because I think my brother went to it at some point. But he lived in Brighton for a really long while, and then I think he lived quite close to me in London.
Sure.
But I'm not sure where he lives now.
He released a video of him in Brighton, and this is the only video I've seen. My brother tagged me in it for reasons that will become clear. And in the video, PewDiePie is basically raving about a Nissan Micra, and that's the car my brother and I drive. It's an absolute legend with a windy sunroof. And PewDiePie drives the car, and he literally loved talking have you got a Nissan Micra? And I was like, yes, I do. And so for that reason, I am actually quite a big fan because he likes and drives a Nissan Micra. So big up. But with this whole trolling thing, actually, I mean, however morally apprehensive it might be, it's pretty clever. He's got 50 million subscribers, and I can imagine, in a weird sort of way, a lull might set in. Because there's so many subscribers and he's just making content who might, I don't know, 1 million, fine. That's like a 50th of his subscribers are lurking. Yeah. But he goes and does this and says, if you get to TikTok, and I'll delete my channel.
Oh, he'll have many views on that.
He's now smashed the mark, and he's on 50
million on 45,000 or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So he's doing really well, and now actually there's renewed interest in him. So actually,
how many views has the video itself got?
It's got 8 million.
8 million.
Yeah, so he's got 200. So
I feel like that's mainly the people who wanted to get rid of his channel.
But
people were also so sad about it. There was so much the internet, people getting really emotional, and he's just messing with everybody. And I just think that's so funny. Also, it's like the ultimate prank.
His icon on YouTube is Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, so it is.
He literally is just he's just poking every bear.
Yeah, because this is the thing. Once you have that much fame, he probably has enough money to live the rest of his life over 3 times. Yeah.
We've had a text in to the studio from someone saying that PewDiePie makes $12 million a year, and he lives in Brighton because the internet speeds are better there.
What? In Brighton? Near the English Channel.
If the internet speeds were better.
Because isn't it under the sea? Like the internet.
Oh, well, the fiber thing.
Yeah. I feel like I was talking to someone about... Was it you?
Hang on.
Who was I talking to about this?
Sure.
Anyway, sorry, that's unimportant. But I can believe that.
I admire him for what he's done.
Because there aren't that many
50 million subscribers
is
a phenomenal amount of people. I can't even think of a million people in a room together, but having 50 million people, and he's been around for quite some time as well, and I admire the work that he does, but I just don't like his personality a lot. I think he's a bit, I think he's so full of himself, and obviously you would be if you've got that amount of subscribers who watch your videos, but I don't know. I'm just not a fan of him. It might just be me. So
fair enough. So I think we'll count PewDiePie as our YouTuber of the week. However much we like him or don't like him, actually that's become a thing. We should talk about. We should drop in to PewDiePie. We've talked about him. However, we really are running out of time. I really hadn't realised we need to do Hall of Game. So I think we should go to a song, Jack. Do you think?
Yeah, we are going to go to another song now. Now this one is from one of my favourite games. It's Pokemon. And this is the theme from the Ice Cave. So here it is. This is Pokemon Silver, Gold and Silver. This is the theme from the Ice Cave.
Pokemon Punch!
And we're back, and that was another icy song. Only when you said it did I realise we were doing an ice theme because it's Christmas. I was like, why are there so many ice songs, Jack?
Well, I was trying to think. I don't think that there's not a lot of Christmas themed games.
No, that's fair.
So I just went through and found some
Ice Cave,
sort of snowy related.
Yeah, that was nice. I enjoyed that. But before we go on, I should have a massive shout out to our fellow presenters who are not here this week. Mark and Dylan, boys, we're missing you. Hope you're both safe.
Were they in any immediate danger?
Well, they might be. Honestly,
Saw them?
they could be in a sort of
It was like they
Indiana
were being
Jones.
chased by an axe man, and you were just like, "All right, be safe."
They could
see
be
you
in a
later.
Temple of Doom right now for all I know. But boys, we're missing you, and we'll see you in the new year. But now it's the end of the show. Pretty much 10 minutes. I don't realize how fast this show's gone. So we're gonna do a quick hype. A few games coming out. One of the games coming out soon is Resident Evil 7. That's next year. And I've never played Resident Evil 4. However, it is a very established franchise. Zoe, you've played it.
I have played it.
You were scared?
I was very scared. I love horror movies. I can't deal with horror games. Like me. Do you remember PT?
No.
Yeah, the playable trailer.
Me playing
Yeah.
PT is the most scared I've ever been in my
Yeah,
whole
don't worry.
entire life. I had to
When-
sit in another room looking through the door at the TV.
When we sat down and played, it was me, Mark, Dylan, and one of our other mates at the time, Ollie.
Right.
And we sat down and played it at Dylan's front room, and we were all sat on separate sofas, and we were all literally just so
Yeah.
scared. As you walk around the corner in the corridor, we would all just scream just to stop ourselves from screaming by being scared. So we just tackle it head on, and it's a pretty fun game. But yeah, I mean,
one of the biggest news for obviously Resident Evil is that there's a you can now the Xbox One demo is I believe it's available now.
Yes, I think so. Yeah.
you
Is
can
it only
download
coming
that.
out on Xbox One?
I don't think so.
I know. I feel
would've
like I
thought
played it
so.
on a PlayStation.
It's
I'm
a,
not too
it's
sure.
it's PlayStation VR.
I hate VR.
Game.
But is it possible to
No,
play it
but
not
it-
in VR? Because I haven't really looked into it that much.
I don't actually know.
I'd assume so because
assume
if
so.
they're releasing
It's Resident Evil 7. They're not going to limit it to VR.
if they're
surely.
releasing a demo on the Xbox,
I
I,
think-
don't think there's been
I think
any
VR is the most
headsets
pointless
released
thing.
for Xbox. but
That is definitely something we can. As a big
VR
discussion
is
we'll have.
the same as 3D. It's just a
Unfortunately,
gimmick.
we don't
It's
have time
pointless.
to get into VR.
But I mean, it looks like a scary game, and I know
does.
It's scary.
Mark is a fan of it. I know that he sits down with one of our housemates, Jamie, and they play through it all the time in the cooperative campaign. And I know that they're both massive fans of it. And this one, from what I've seen of it, looks even scarier than ever, which
definitely.
I think is it's sort of hard to say about Resident Evil game because each year they just get scarier and scarier, and
Yeah.
the bosses that you have to fight in them just look amazing. I mean, the developers are doing a really brilliant job, and I don't know if I'll buy the game. I'll probably go home now and download the demo for it because it looks like something that could be quite a bit of fun to play.
Yeah, I think so.
We'll see if we can get maybe some of that recorded and uploaded onto YouTube very soon as well. Because I'm a stickler for scary games. You know, I find them funny, and I do get scared by them quite a bit. And the reactions, you can ask anyone who lives with me. When I was playing the Alien, the Alien game that came out, Alien Isolation. I still haven't finished that.
We should film.
So.
We should do an IGN type style. We film each other playing it. But that game is cool. One last game I think was about. We haven't really got time for anything else. Is Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon: The Wildlands. And basically, this is a game where you are like a military team and you go out and you try and hunt down coke laws. Essentially, looks pretty cool. It's entirely open world.
Yeah,
Not entirely,
looks cool.
but it's.
And I think one of the clear aspects that was made to us during last E3 during the summer was the fact that there are so many different ways that you can approach a situation. So you might be going into approaching from a mountain and going in to try and capture this, capture the leader of a militant army, whatever, in this house, and you can go about it. You can either go into it stealth, you can go into it full guns blazing, or you can tackle the situation in numerous ways.
However you want, really.
And I think like me and Mark were talking about this, and we're both massive fans of the Ghost Recon franchise as a whole and what Tom Clancy are doing with it.
Sure.
Obviously, Ghost Recon 2, which came out on the PS3, is again it's a brilliant game, and I think one of the major things that we both loved about it was the fact that you could control your squad. So you could, tell your squad, "Oh, set up over here, go over here, snipe this target, blah blah blah," and do all of that. And if they don't include that in this game, I think it will be a big letdown.
Right.
And also, you can imagine that this is going to be a game that's going to be multiplayer, where you could get dropped into a party of 4 or 5 people.
There was an E3 demo, and one of the complaints was they showed 4 people playing it, and throughout the whole thing they were saying stuff like "Tango down" and "Go through the door," and actually like "Kill that guy."
No, but it's not even that. In real life, you might have a party of maybe 2 people. You might be playing with your mate, and then you get dropped in with other 2 people. You and your mate say are trying to do it stealthily. And then the other 2 guys are just like, you know what?
Guns blazing.
Yeah, we're just going to go in and shoot. And then it's just going to be one of those annoying sort of features that you don't really want to have in a game.
You definitely need to buddy up for it.
Yeah,
definitely.
You definitely need to have at least 3 people to sit down and really play that game effectively.
But it's going to be a game that will bring people together. And speaking of bringing people together, it's going to be Christmas, and this is our last show. And I think we'll probably wrap up, shouldn't we, Jack?
We should.
Probably head out.
Well, thank you for having me on, guys.
Thank you for being here,
Hopefully
Zoe.
we'll come on another time.
It'd be good to have you
been
on, have
very fun.
some actual proper in-depth gaming experience. So that's really cool. And yeah, this is our last show, and I hope you all have a good Christmas. I've been Henry, and
I've been Jack, and as Henry said, I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas. We'll be back with you after exams in January, after the Christmas holidays as well. But for now, we are going to leave you with one more ice theme track. This is Rosalina's Ice World from Mario Kart 7.